If you have a business of any kind, it could be a coaching business, consultant business, real estate, mechanic, accounting, software, e-com. Basically, the most powerful thing that you can do is a combination of two things. And that is put out extraordinary content and learn how to message sequence people who engage in that content. I'm a big believer of putting out great content, and the way that you do that primarily is by using the number one cognitive bias that influences people's decision making. And that is the relatability bias. If you tell your story in a powerful and compelling way, in a way that your audience can relate to you, then game over. Your audience is going to feel connected to you. They're going to feel that you understand them. They're going to feel that you know what they're going through, what they're feeling. And if you can create a relatable story to them, then they're going to engage with what you have to say. Probably the easiest way to do this is create a story, your brand story through your personal story, and that means including what is the before and after journey that you have taken. You know, what was the painful things that you experienced that you know your audience is experiencing now, and what is the breakthrough that you got and the solution that you got, and all the pleasurable consequences because of that breakthrough. Usually it's a program or the product that you sell, right? Once you create great content, you should do it across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You could do it across YouTube and TikTok as well. Once you've done that, you're going to get engagement. Now, if you just let the engagement sit there, that's fine. But that is why so many people in business, when they're trying to monetize their content, they get stuck, or monetize their social media. They're getting stuck because you're waiting for people to inbox you. You're waiting for people to write to you. And some of you, are going to be waiting a very long time. You write engaging content and then you follow them up with what's called a message sequence. Now, when I do this message sequence, I make it very value-based. It's not spammy, it's not salesy, it's not something that you feel annoyed by, right? I'm leading with value. And the way that I do that is I start by step one, and that is thanking you and appreciating you in this message sequence for engaging in my content. So I'll write to you and I will say, "Hey Sam, thanks so much for engaging in my post today. Really means a lot. Appreciate it." Smiley face and prayer emoticon, right? 50% of people will write back to you and say, "No worries at all. I thought it was great," or "No worries." Then I would write a second message and say, "Hey, look, because you've engaged in my content, I would love to gift you something for free from my client library. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions so I know what to send?" 1 out of 3 people will be like, "Yeah, no worries." They see you as a trusted expert because you've shared your relatability story. And the third message that I send, usually something like, "Okay, can you tell me what is the top goal that you have in mind right now to achieve in the next 3 to 6 months? And what would you say is the top challenge you're dealing with right now?" Could be in your business life, or in your business career life, or in your personal life. The more detail, the better. Smiley face, prayer emoticon. I with 1 out of 2 are going to write back to that again. And they're going to tell you. Then after that, I really make it very simple. You can do option 1. You can say, "Thanks so much for sharing that. Really allows me to see how I can help. I was reading your message and I thought to myself that it would actually be better if we could jump on a call. That way I can send you something even more personalized. Are you around in the next day or 2? Question mark. That's option 1. You could say that. Or option 2, you could say, "Thanks so much for sharing that. It really allows me to see how I can help." The next bit I would say is, "Every month I like to give a couple of free coaching sessions away. I noticed that I can help you with your goals. You would definitely get the most value from this. Are you free in the next day or 2? That's the option 2. And then they will tell you yes or no. 50% will say, "Yeah, no worries." And then you're going to have a sales call booked. So if you say these things to people, that's going to transition people from someone who was engaged in your content to now actually becoming a prospect on a sales call and then a very probable potential client.